All right, we've got this being recorded. All right, guys, happy Sunday. How is everybody? Good. Thanks for hopping on for the Sunday evening team call. And what we want to talk about today, I hope you guys don't mind, but I want to get a couple people. I want to unmute a few of you guys and ask you questions on like what you're doing, what kind of success you're seeing, if you're not seeing success, like what's going on. We'll do that in just a minute. And I just want to walk through and just kind of, I think what happened would be good is if we could talk through this with a couple different people on what's going on or what's working, what's not working, then maybe that'll help other people see different things that you can do to help you in your business, right? That makes sense? So we'll go ahead and do that in just a minute. I want to show you something on the board here. But really, this whole thing starts with just taking action and doing the work, putting in the work. You put in the work and and don't try to reinvent the wheel. Don't try to do something different. Literally do what works. There's no sense in trying to change everything up, right? So when you come on our team, the first thing we say to do is to watch that short video that I pinned at the top while I'm driving down the road, and basically just says, step A, B, D, just as you go through all the different steps, do all this stuff. And basically what I'm doing is I'm directing you to go to Badassery is the main thing. Well, learn the website, go to Badassery, go to the units page in Badassery. And Andre and Tammy, they've got, I don't know how many videos, but they've got about, let's say an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of videos on there. I know when I watched it was probably about an hour. I don't know if they've added more stuff since then. Been meaning to look, I just haven't done that. So do those videos, watch those videos, go to the gym, get on the treadmill, watch them and put your earbuds in, whatever you have to do, but watch them. And you know what? Don't just watch them once. Watch them over and over and over again if that's what it takes. What's up, Keith? Saw you just popped on. But just watch those videos over and over and don't try to switch it up. Just do exactly what is being told there. You do that, I promise you, pretty much everybody that I've seen that's had any success that I've been training, and I actually see them doing the work and following it day by day and doing that, they're seeing success. And it's like, I'll see somebody be like, they're pushing hard for a week, they're doing that same thing, they're prospecting, and you'll see a week or two, I'm watching their volume go up, and then I don't see any more posts from them, their volume's not moving, I reach out to them, I've been busy, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm gonna tell you something. So let's talk about this, and I'm gonna jump around here and tell you some tips and different things that you can do, okay? So this is from, can you guys see this? I'm gonna pull this forward a little bit, and then we've got that. Zach and Keith, I can see you too. Give me a thumbs up if you can read that. Okay, so for the people that are on the phone, just in case you can't see it, basically what it says, there comes a time where winter asks what you did all spring and summer by Coach Burt, okay? Basically, think about that. I've gone through this vicious cycle. We keep talking week after week and keep saying, the majority of us on this call are in real estate because a lot of my network is in real estate, and that's just how the ball rolled, right? So we're all in real estate. So I've watched this vicious cycle for years where we're getting properties, we're doing a bunch of marketing, we're getting properties, and all of a sudden we have a crap ton of properties that we're rehabbing, we're flipping, we're tearing down, building new, whatever we're doing to them. And then we're so busy on that we slow down our marketing. And then we get caught up on all the rehabs or get caught up on all the builds, and then we don't have that flow of marketing coming in. So it's the same thing. I'm seeing the same thing here. Like, you're prospecting, you're talking to people, then you get too busy with talking to people that you forget to prospect. And one of the things that Coach Bird, this is one of my coaches, okay? One of my coaches, you know what? Anybody can have this coach. He's amazing. Have had a lot of success in a short amount of time. I've been following him for almost a year, and Christy and I just started coaching with him a couple of months ago, and I get tons of takeaways from him on a daily basis. And it's just stupid little things like this, right? This is nothing, that I'm teaching you or I'm telling you. This is nothing new. Everybody knows this. You don't prospect, you're not going to get leads. You don't market, you're not going to get leads, right? It's nothing, but it's, it's the way it's said right there. It should hit home. There comes a time where winter asks what you did all spring and summer. Okay. So one of the things that he talks about and he teaches all the time is, to take and break up your days. Okay. And the way he does it and the way I've started trying to discipline myself with, and I'm not saying I'm a professional and I'm sticking to this on a daily basis, but I know the more I stick to it, the better results I see in all of my businesses. And you know what? You might have 2 businesses, 3 businesses, 4 businesses. Okay. Prospect 2 hours a day, every single day for new money. Okay. Start off your day. Like I'll tell you a typical day. We were at a dinner last night, and one of the questions that were asked, they were like, what's your typical day? And I'll tell you what my typical day is. My typical day is I get up, I'm at the gym between 6 and 6:30, go to the gym for about an hour, come home, I jump in the shower, get ready while, we get my son ready for school, or get him up. Christy's getting him ready for school while I'm getting in the shower. I come down, I take over, she jumps in the shower, I get him finalized, get him off to school, and then I get my day started. I drop him off right a couple minutes before 9 o'clock. So I'm typically starting my day somewhere between 9:30, 9:15, 9:30, okay? So let's just say 9:30. From 9:30 to 11:30, I'm trying to discipline myself. Again, I'm not doing this every single day, but I'm really, really trying to do it. I'm last couple of weeks, I'm getting 2 hours a day. Am I getting 2 hours a day the first 2 hours of the day? Not necessarily, but that's okay. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to design my days and to design my calendar where from 9:30 to 11:30, I'm prospecting for new money. And it could be in this business, reaching out to people through Messenger, texting people, putting posts out there, calling people, whatever it is. But you got to prospect for new money every single day, right? That's what makes a business go around. So, I don't know how to say it more. I mean, it's like if you do the work, you do that stuff every single day, you're going to see success. First of all, I want to go ahead and ask a few people some questions. I want to talk through some things, and I want everybody else to hear it. Is there anybody who wants us to start off with, before I just go ahead and pick on somebody, is there anybody who wants to volunteer, and we can kind of do like a what do you call it? Like a hot seat type of thing where we'll go back and forth and we'll talk about what you're doing, if you're seeing success, where you're seeing success, if you're not seeing success, and we'll just kind of talk it through and just see what you can do better. Is anybody that wants to throw their hand up and volunteer first before I just pick on somebody? Who's that? Michael raised his hand. All right, buddy. Hold on. I'm going to get you off. Unmute. Michael.
What's up?
What's up, man?
I want to ask you a question because I've been trying to deal with my real estate first. And this is I haven't been doing that much except for talking with friends, texting them the sites. I was thinking of would you suggest maybe, I don't know if it's good or a bad idea, but getting business cards, because I go on meetups a lot and I see a lot of networking. And I was thinking of having cards made up and just going to these networking events and going around and introducing myself and giving out cards.
So that's not a bad idea. I'll tell you my opinion on business cards. It's just something that ends up in the trash can the minute I walk away from you.
Right.
That's my opinion. I don't even have a business card for any of my businesses anymore. A few months back, I went and got all my business cards, took them, threw right in the trash because I'm just tired of sitting them around and, carrying business cards. And well, it wasn't about the fact of, I've asked a lot of people. When you get business cards, what do? They either throw them in a pile, throw them in a drawer, they throw them away, they do something. But there's a lot of times, unless there's like a really hit home type of situation where you're going to connect with that person, you're not keeping their business card. So what I would recommend to do otherwise is do what the new digital age does, right? Talk to that person. Hey, you on Facebook? You on LinkedIn? Connect with them there.
All right.
Get on their social media and right then and there, connect with them. Make sure they accept your connection right there in front of you, and then send them a quick message, and then put it in your follow-up to reach back out to them. Okay? That sound good, Mike?
Yeah, appreciate it.
No problem. Anything else?
No, that's what I'm going to start working on that then. Because like I said, I went on meetups and they have the networking meetings all over the place.
Yeah.
So I've signed up with all different towns, and I know they got the big one in Raleigh, but they got different ones in Nightdale, Wendell, Zebulon.
Yeah, man.
So I'm just going to sign up for all of them.
Meetups. I mean, look, it's like, you know what, you can make that part of your prospecting, 2 hours a day. Go in and meeting new people, right? Go into different meetup groups, go into different networking groups. Just get in front of new people. Some people are doing this differently. There's people that are, I know Pam, she's not on this call right now. I don't see her. I know Pam, she goes and she meets up with large groups of people at a time, and she'll pitch them. She'll show the product. She'll bring some pieces with her, and some people, tangible, right? So they can try it, they can see it, they can touch it, they can smell it, and that's how she ends up hooking people. For me, this is how I do my business right here. 100% from my phone. I haven't done anything. I'm not saying that I'm gonna do everything from my phone. Well, I say I do it off my phone, but there are times like shit when we're doing that West Coast trip, right? And we're jumping in Ubers every single day. I get in the Uber and I'm start talking to the Uber driver. Start talking to them about, hey, you currently in the CBD? So it's just like wherever you go, you have that conversation. I was at a meeting, not a meeting. We did a family Thanksgiving dinner yesterday with a bunch of people. And so, the conversation came up. I tell people, listen, direct every conversation or take control and design every conversation the way you want it to be responded, right? So it's like, you don't want to sell somebody and you don't want to act like you're pushing or selling somebody, but you want to direct a conversation to where it pulls out and gets them maybe asking about what you do. Like you just ask questions. Like one of the biggest questions I ask all the time is like, what do you do for a living? If I don't know, I ask them what they do for a living. If I do know what they do, hey man, besides real estate, what else do you do? Do you have any other additional sources of income? Well, it's questions like that. Oh yeah, this, that. No. And a lot of times, it's because again, most of my networks in real estate. Yeah, I have rental properties. No. I'm talking about additional source of income outside of real estate. Oh yeah, I have some stocks. I have this. I have that. Stocks. I love to talk about stocks. I don't know a damn thing about them. That's Keith's thing. Keith does a lot with stocks, but in my opinion, I've seen so many people get hurt by stocks. There's a lot of people that kill it with stocks. A lot of people, right? But the stock market has just been thriving for so long. It has to go. It has to crash at some point. That's just my theory. And so when people talk about that, that just kind of gives me the opportunity. It's going up. It's gone up for historical, longest time ever, right? Keith, has it ever gone this up? What do you call it? A bull market? Is this a bull, right? Yeah, it's a bull. Has it ever been a bull market this long? Keith, yes, no? It's been a bull market longer before? Okay, I'm going to unmute you.
Cool.
You're just nodding your head over here. Has there been a bull market longer before in the past?
Yeah, there's been a couple other ones that have been really huge as well. So, but yeah, we're settling down right now. So market was down last week. So,
but at some point in time, this market's something's gonna happen, right? It happens. Usually, what is it like in every 8 year or something like that?
Not even. No, that's way too long. Yeah, it's usually every couple of years.
Every couple of years, okay, yeah, where something big happens. But it just, my point is just having that conversation with somebody and designing it to where you're talking to them and okay, no, they don't have any additional streams of income. Well, why not? Or use the thing like, I've heard once that the average multimillionaire has 7 streams of income, a minimum of 7 streams of income. The average billionaire has 17. Like, use that stuff. Oh yeah, get them interested, get them piqued. And then you just start talking about it being an online business and how you can, once you start talking about your business or giving them what you do in this whole thing, then you can just start, you can take it from there, right? But you design it to try to get the answers, to get the interest where they're asking you about what you do. Okay? Makes sense? Mike, I'm going to go back to so how long have you been on our team, Mike?
I signed up probably about 2 weeks now.
2 weeks. Okay. So question. Have you watched the videos in Badassery? If it's a no, it's fine. I just want to know.
No, I watched the ones that were on the Facebook on the bottom where you said sign up.
Oh, okay.
Like when I go to click on for like the meetings and you got the ones you said watch those guys.
Are you talking? You're not talking about the product and the comp plan video, right? You're talking about on the Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay. Are you talking?
I haven't gone into the Badass site yet.
Okay. The Badass.
I just wrote that all down here that you just said.
If you're not on it, send me a message through Facebook Messenger, and I will connect you to it.
No, I'm on it. Keith got me on it.
Good. Okay, so Keith did his thing. So I got you, Keith. What are you doing? Watching a Green Bay game or something? There's got to be a Green Bay game going on. I see your eyes up there at the TV somewhere.
Green Bay lost.
Oh, Green Bay already lost? Okay. Oh, yeah, was that Thursday night game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so go into Badassery. On Badassery, on the Units tab, there's a Units tab. Go in there and watch those trainings. While you're working out, while you're going for a walk your dog, whatever. But just watch those trainings and get started and do the things that's telling you. Now, the last 2 weeks, I went down in depth, and they were longer trainings. There were 2 trainings that were at least an hour long, and they're in our Units page of the Thayer Slayers. So you go through there and watch those, and those are going to be a lot more detailed, okay?
All right.
I'm going to jump and pick on somebody else. Let's see, Zach. I see that big old smile. We're gonna pick on you. All right, Zach, what's going on, man?
No, nothing really. I'd say definitely my biggest success is like talking to my friends around here and all. I mean, it's a little bit different since I'd say I'm 20 years old for perspective compared to an older person. But definitely, like you said, direct messaging people on social media, that's definitely working out. And just like posting all the time, like you said. I don't necessarily get engagement right away, but maybe a week later, people start actually asking me questions and talking to me, or I see people in person, they ask me.
That's right. So it's funny how that works, right? So you're messaging people and you might not get a direct response right there, but look if you're if you're prospecting 2 hours a day, eventually that compounds, right? You're doing everything week after week after week after week. I mean, there's not a day that goes by where I send out my link, 4 or 5 times a day, because it just
definitely.
There's some days that I slip and I don't have anything going on. I'll tell you guys something that I'm doing. I have a virtual assistant posting for me now. I've taught them. I've given them my copy and paste. I taught them how to look at the profile and make it more towards that particular person and post it, right? So, I mean, you can get a virtual assistant for $3, $5 an hour, whatever, and just hire them for 2, 3, 4 hours a day, whatever it is. I mean, really, honestly, you can hire a virtual assistant for 2 hours a day, $10 a day, $5 an hour in the Philippines. Teach them how to look at the profiles and send that out. I promise you, it's gonna start compounding where you're gonna get a whole lot more than $10 a day back after you do some time with that, and tell them, say, look, I want you to prospect 2 hours a day. I'm hoping that you're going to hit between 50 and 100 people every single day. And you don't want them to respond. You just want them to send a message. So if you can't be the one who does that, you have them write a script out. You have 2 pieces that change. One is, hey, the name, or hello, the name, right? So the name's going to change over and over and over. And then there's going to be a part that you're going to put in there that is specifically geared towards that person. Hey, I see that you're in real estate. Hey, I see that you're in marketing. Hey, I see that you're in, whatever. How's that going for you? Do you have any additional streams of income? You just teach them to kind of create dialogue or have a little bit of a conversation or put some questions in there to create a conversation back based on what they do. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely.
So if you can't do it, then maybe somebody else can do it. And Zach, I don't ever want to hear the excuse again about you being 20 years old, because let me tell you something, big ass damn advantage over all the rest of us who, you 20-year-olds have came out of the womb knowing how to do all the social media crap. Like, it's in your blood, right? So it's just.
Well, that's actually another thing I wanted to say was my friend, actually, Gunner, who we were having issues with signing up, he showed me a marketing technique that he used for his personal lifting page. So there's this panel called Just Another Panel.
Uh-huh.
And what it does is you put some money into it kind of, and it boosts your followers and your likes. And what the way social media works is, for people who don't know, within the first 30 minutes of your post, the more likes you get, it actually puts it out to more people in the city you target. So say you want to start targeting cities for more people to see it, you get all these likes right away. Like, I don't know if you see my page or not, my Campbell CBDs, I post that 2,000 likes in 30 minutes, and it puts it at the top of the trend list. So everyone looking at that city will see my post first compared to other people's.
So now, all right, now tell me, did you buy 2,000 likes, or did you put something?
Yeah, you're basically buying them. You're buying them. So you just post, and then it'll last for 2 weeks. It's like $10-15 for 2 weeks for like 2,000 likes, and they're guaranteed from actual real people.
All right, so
it's weird how that works.
Fake likes. You're saying that you're putting it out there, and it's getting out to so many people that 2,000 people are liking it, right?
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Well, yeah, and then like it puts you at the top of the trend list. So say you want to like start targeting cities, like you put where you're at or whatever. You could start targeting New York or somewhere else you're not at. You could put that location, and then everyone's going to start seeing that post. And the more followers you have on your page, it's going to make you look more like a business person, more legit. And like, people don't necessarily like to like follow you or like your post unless you already have a lot of likes and engagement. So having that engagement right off the start, it brings more people in.
And you got to add different things on your page to create, value to them, to make them want to go through your, So do that. So I mean, that's a way of doing it, but you're going to have to pay for that stuff for people to see it. So even if you have, 50,000 people that have liked your page over time, the way Facebook is designed, pages, you have to pay for people to see it. So when you're posting some stuff, like you just said to me, I don't know if you're seeing all the stuff that I'm posting. I'm really not, because unless you put some kind of paid ads on it, I typically don't see it. And now it's actually starting to do the same thing with groups. Groups is starting to slow down the amount as well. I don't know if you know Bob McIntosh, but he just did a video on that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, he just did a video on that. And so the groups they're changing the algorithm where you're not seeing a whole lot with groups. And then on top of it, with Facebook on your personal page, if you're doing a live, something that he mentioned, if you're making it more salesy, like on your title block, or something, or maybe something like I was putting before. I was putting CBD Sunday on my 9 o'clock Sunday live. I'm not going to do that anymore, because I noticed last week I did not do that, and I did something different, and we got a crap ton of people on that live.
More engagement. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like you don't want to put anything salesy. Don't want to put anything that's that Facebook might not like, right? So when you're doing Facebook Lives or you're doing posts, because they're going to make it so less people see it. So Keith, some of the messages that you're putting out there, try to, and this is to everybody, right? When you're putting a post out there, you're putting a post out there to add value to people or feed them information. Like it's more informational. You're trying to give them, just educating people on different things, sending out articles or showing different posts, or even that post that you put, Keith, I think it was this morning, stuff like that. Like you're saying, this product is doing X for this person. You put that information out there, and don't say, reach out to me for more details. Don't do anything like that, because Facebook is seeing that, and they're seeing that obviously this has something to do with being salesy. And so they'll make it so that less people will see it. Does that make sense? So just put stuff to get engaged.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense.
Let them engage, pull it off of the actual post, take it to Messenger, and have a conversation there. And then I always say, even take it off of Messenger.
Okay.
by getting their phone number and or email, because look at what happens if all of a sudden Facebook one day says, you know what, even your personal page, you have to pay for that. And it locks you out of all the data and all the people that you have in there. Try to pull as much information off of social media as you can. Because at some point in time, this all free stuff is going to go away.
Okay.
Right? I have 2 billion users and everybody is
Terry?
addicted to it. Yeah.
A question real quick. On social media, can you, if somebody just likes it, can you see who their name is in order to put them on your list for prospecting?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you do that?
So let me see if I'll pull up a post. Hopefully I can get it close enough to show you. All right, so here we go. Robert Hollis. Well, that's views. That's a live. Grant Cardone. Let's see here. Okay. That has no likes.
Now, is this going to be on your personal page or is this a business Facebook page?
This is just my personal page. I'm honestly just going through. Here we go. So I'm trying to see if you can see it with other people's too. Yeah, you can. Look at it. Okay, so here's somebody. Okay, here's somebody's post right there, right? And come up here and see right here. Oops, can you see that right there? You click on that, and it shows everybody who liked it. Can you see that?
Yeah, and these are people that are not necessarily friends with you, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so see how it says add as friend? So I'm not friends with those people, but then there's some that it doesn't have anything next to, so apparently I'm friends with that person. So this is not one of my posts. This is somebody else's post, but if you just click on that, it'll show you everybody that liked it.
So on my business Facebook page, I get, it'll say at the bottom, 15 people saw this post.
Yep.
So they didn't like it. Oh, I understand now. Okay.
Nope.
So I'm just seeing, yeah, I was just wondering if the people that saw it, so I guess that's just showing me that it went through their feed, basically.
Yeah, and all that means is that it went through their feed, and I think all it has to require is it has to sit on their feed for 3 seconds.
Okay.
That they saw it. So that's all the requirement Facebook has for that.
So I have to get either a like or an engagement, and then I can grab their information from there.
Exactly. So create something that's going to create some kind of interest. I mean, be fun with it, just have fun with it, and don't be salesy, and don't be, just putting don't be just putting articles or just putting like a post of a picture that has some information in there. Mix it up a little bit. Have your face on there. Do small videos. It doesn't always have to be a Facebook Live, but do like a small video for a minute, 2 minute long that talks about, something about what you're doing, or a breakthrough, or a testimonial, or something that, hey, I just got off the phone with this person, they told me that they had, whatever, and they started using CBD. I connected them with the product, and they just told me how great it was. Or use somebody else's story. Use, my story. Use whoever's. Yeah, I was just talking to so-and-so. He was telling me how it's changed his life, how it's done this much. You know what I'm saying? Just have these conversations. Do something like that. Change it up like once a week, twice a week.
Okay.
Okay? Yep. Cool. All right. Michelle, I can't pick on you because you don't even have I was going to pick on you, and you don't have your mic set up, I guess, because it doesn't even allow me to unmute you. Bowen, same thing. Who else? I'm going to go back to this 980 number. Hey, 980 area code. Who's that? You're unmuted. Can you hear me? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All right, you're back muted. Chelsea, I'm gonna bother you for a minute. What's up? How are you?
Oh, damn it. I knew you were going to do that.
Hey, you got to get outside your comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. Yep. I heard that one before. What's going on?
So tell me what you've been doing, where you've seen some success, where you've seen some things happening, what you've been doing, what you feel like you could be doing better on. Let's go through some things.
So I guess like one of the biggest things that I realized is definitely like one thing that wasn't working for me is posting something that just has a bunch of information or, just, kind of telling everything about it, because a lot of people aren't seeing it and a lot of people aren't engaging in it. I'm still doing it, but not as often, maybe once a week, just to keep my posts regular. But the one that I did get the most engagement on that eventually ended up with my first affiliate and 5 other customers was the one that I posted with my face in it.
Exactly.
And
exactly. Because it's personal.
That's the one that got the most engagement.
Look at people. It comes down to, I'm telling you, it comes down to it. People want to see, they want to see real people. Posts are cool. That's very necessary. I do it. You've got to put posts on there because the posts are the education piece. Like you have the education piece, and what's going to happen is if you're messaging people, you're messaging 5, 10, 15, 50, 100 people a day, whatever you're messaging, like Zach was saying, you don't always get that response that day, but then what happens is when they actually do respond to you, I'll guarantee that majority of them, and the reason why I say guarantee it is because most of the conversation starts off with, hey, I see all this stuff that you've been posting about CBD. They're probably not, they may or may not see my post right then and there when it's happening, but what they're probably doing is like, who the hell's this? Like, I've got 5,000 followers on Facebook. I've said this over and over. At best, I might know 200 of them. So 4,800 people, and they don't know me either. So what are they doing? They're going to my feed, and they're like, "What? Who's this guy? He's reaching out to me?" And oh, this is interesting. And they're looking at some stuff that you're posting, and it's giving the informational piece to start that conversation. But I'm telling you, you have one kid right now, right, Chelsea?
I do, and being pregnant with another has been, it's easier for me to connect with like the moms. Get it more, I feel like.
Like, use your real life. Make it a reality. This phone is your reality TV show. Turn it on and let people see what you're doing and show the feeling and show your enormous dogs that you have. and post about, how far along are you? How far along pregnant?
4.5 months.
Okay, have your daughter
trying to push
next to you while you're taking a belly picture too, and be like, hey, her sister, her brother, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, is in here. Just do things like that. And then just have have personable stuff. Have people start to like you, and start to really want to watch and see what you're delivering. Right? They want to, when they go to Facebook, they want to turn on your channel. They want to, instead of, you turn on the TV and you go straight to HDTV, you're going to their channel. When you turn on Facebook, you want people to go to your channel. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I usually do too. I post one personal post or a couple and then like one CBD post, but I still notice that like, even if I just do one CBD post, that I still need to have like some sort of like part of my life or my own picture instead of just like one that has the information on it, because less people see it.
Right. Exactly. So just be consistent, post every single day, have something on your post. And Chelsea, if I remember correctly, you're fairly young, as like not like Zach, but you're younger like Zach.
Yes.
You're in your 20s as well, right?
Yeah.
You're probably a Snapchat user?
I am a Snapchat user.
Zach, I see you sitting there laughing because I know damn well you're a Snapchat user too. Freaking use it, guys. Like, use it. That's your channel. Throw it on there and talk about what you're doing. Zach, you look like a big guy. Like, you probably go to the gym often. Like, post stuff about the gym and health and wealth and, like, why you're passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, talk about these things and just create that story and just make it like a found story, like a story that somebody's going to want to, that they'll relate to. You're going to find people that relate to you, right? But you have to, no one's going to know unless you tell your story. Okay. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. And do you have any other things that you want to add before I pick on the next person?
No, pick on them now.
Come on, you were doing good. Do you have any questions for me or any questions for the group? Anything at all?
Oh, I do have one. Okay, so I did have an issue with more than a few people that are a little bit older saying that the website is not user friendly because they have to sign up basically like to be a customer. So I heard like a lot of people are saying that it's not very user friendly for them. So I don't know if there's something that I can do or say to simplify it for them, because I've basically been having to like get on the website with them and go through it step by step with them.
Yeah, you know those
if they even get that far.
Yeah, you know those old folks. You know they have a hard time. No, but
sorry, I had to pick on the older people.
Yeah, I'm in that category. So I would do one or two things, because I am not super tech savvy. And when I see that website, I think it's extremely user-friendly. So I disagree with that. But everyone's different. Do you know what Screencast is?
No.
Okay. Do you have a Mac or a PC?
I have a map?
Mac.
Oh,
computer.
I have a PC.
All right, PC. If you Google like Screencast-O-Matic, I know that that's a paid one. I don't know if there's ways to get free ones. I know Mac has a version of a free one called I can't even think of what the hell it is. It's I'm trying to look real quick. It is, I don't want to take too much of your guys' time on just this one thing, but it might be helpful. But basically,
you can always use Google Hangouts too.
Google Hangouts?
Yeah, screen share.
Where video's your screen while you're talking about it?
Yeah, you can screen share.
Boom! There you go. See? That's what's great about this stuff. Yeah, so Google Hangouts, go to Google Hangouts. And basically what it does is you can sit there and go through the entire process on your computer, videoing what you're doing. You do it one time. Create something that you can duplicate over and over and over. So create it one time, create this video. Anytime someone asks you a question, boom, send them that video.
Okay.
And it just literally.
Yeah, Google Hangouts is just live. To record, another program we've used is called WeVideo, but I think you have to pay for that.
Okay. Yeah, the one I use is Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, so Google Hangouts is live. So, but you could do a live one like that. You could do something where, I mean, shoot, you could just sit there and have your phone record your screen of your computer. I mean, if you know, like bootlegging it type of thing.
Yeah.
You can do that as well. So, you know, there's different things that you do to create the duplication where you do it one time, send it out to them, and it's done.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Good. Keith, you know you're next. All right, Keith.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Not much. Just want to pick on you for a minute and see what you're doing, what you've seen success in, if you have any tips, or if you have any questions or things that you can use help on.
Well, you kind of know because we talk a lot. So I'm constantly posting. Matter of fact, too much. I actually just got banned till Tuesday. So over posting in the groups, trying to get content and engagement. So I've been doing a lot of that. Ironically, as you guys were just talking, I put a classified ad in on Craigslist for salespeople wanted. So I was just texting with somebody right now that I sent the videos to, and they're interested. So, you know, I'll be following up with that when I hang up. So got lukewarm on that one. And
let's stop and talk about that for a minute.
Yep.
Because I have done that as well. I did it one time, and when I did it, I paid the $25. Is that what you did?
Yep. Yeah, I paid for the ad.
Somebody was telling me that you can post it somewhere else too, and it's only like $5. I don't remember what the hell it was called. I'll try to think about it, and I'll if I think about it, I'll post it on Facebook. But there's another area that you can post. But either way, I mean, that's a good way to create. But you can't make it sound like it's an MLM because they won't post it or they'll ban it. So make sure.
Yeah, mine was on Craigslist. So
Craigslist. That's what I'm talking about, on Craigslist.
Yeah.
They'll ban it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I've got this is like the 8th person that's hit me up. I just ran it for the month, right? So it's about to wind down. So
maybe
couple of opportunities. So haven't closed them yet though.
are you doing something like a work? How is your ad sounding? Is it something like, work from home opportunity?
Work from home opportunity. So we're looking to add sales folks to our team. Work from home opportunity. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So it didn't get too much in depth. It didn't leave, MLM or anything along those lines. Yep. I did say that, there is a pre-screening qualification. You're going to have to watch these videos. And then once you do that, that's how I'm pre-screening you. If you guys are hungry and aggressive and you want to do it, after you do it, reach back out to me and let's set up a call. So
this is a very funny text that I just received. So I'm going to tell you guys, Zach, going back to our conversation about things don't actually happen. I just went back to the beginning. I'm not going to show you this name. I can't because it'll show the name. I started talking to this person on August 3rd. Mm-hmm. And they reached out to me because of a post that I put on Facebook. And then we started talking on Messenger. Sorry, Keith, I want to go back to you in a minute. But this just came through, and I want to use this as an example. I pulled it out of Facebook, out of social media, took it to phone. We started texting. We've texted several times back and forth since then. Terry, I think I'm ready to join on. Want to look at things, blah, 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 blah. That started August 3rd. But it's like, this is what I mean about things compounding, right? It just keeps going. So Keith, yeah. And Keith, what you're doing with Craigslist, you could find it working there, and you could post in any freaking city that Craigslist is in, and you could duplicate this over and over and over, and eventually you can have a virtual assistant. You could create a whole bunch of Craigslist accounts, and you could do that there too. And I'm going to tell you something else before you go on. The family dinner Thanksgiving dinner that I was at last night. I'm just saying that you can stay here if you want. The family Thanksgiving dinner that I was at last night, he showed me how somebody posted in some kind of Raleigh entrepreneurial group, and the person, they went to the person's page, and you could see that they were from like Indiana. So they're going through and they're posting on all these different group pages from all these other different cities. And just, it was a buy-sell, buy-sell trade? Is that what they call them? Buy-sell trade group? It was a buy-sell trade group, and they had 20 responses, and every single response was, more information, please, more information, please, more. And he got pissed off. He's like, man, they're coming into my backyard. I was like, go into their freaking backyard. Like, there's a lot of damn people on social media. Here's another thing I haven't seen anybody do yet, but you know what? You can target people in Europe. Listen to this, okay? People in Europe can buy a director pack of THC-free oils only. They get the 750 and they get the 500 THC-free. They buy a director pack and it makes them executive. Okay? So they pay $199 to get what we pay $599 for. They get their oils. It comes from Ireland. It ships from Ireland. And then they can market to people in the U.S. and sell them executives and get paid. So they can buy a director pack, for example, for $200. They sell one executive, they get paid $200, and they could sell it to somebody in the U.S. Make sense? So it's an awesome opportunity for people. So I mean, somebody can target people in Europe. You know, I know that, Keith, that you have connections in Europe. I mean, that's maybe something that you should start doing. What else you got?
Yeah, so we're doing that. So don't forget the value add tax on that too. It's not just the $199. They got to pay their VAT tax in Europe too. So LinkedIn. Do a lot on LinkedIn. So recently what I've done this past week is I've started joining those not multi-level marketing work from home ones. I started going to the symptoms and the things that people are working through. So that's something that's going to be new that I'm going to be utilizing and try to get more engagement working on that as well. And then follow up. I've been prospecting, not hitting 50 a day. I'm hitting about 25. But it's follow-up. It's just like Terry said, you know, some of my first people that I got signed up were back from August myself. And it took a little while. And, you know, 2 months later, they're going, oh, yeah, I'm ready. So Just continue to keep following up with everybody when you get that chance and stay on them. And if you don't have a tracking mechanism, make sure you set up an Excel spreadsheet or something else to keep that in front of you. Because if you're going like I do IG, I do Facebook, I do LinkedIn, I do my Messenger, I do my phone for, so I've got a spreadsheet set up to help me track what the leads are. And then at a certain point, I cut them loose, right? So if I touch them so many different times, it's, hey, appreciate the opportunity for having the conversation and reaching out. I'm sure you know somebody that this possibly could help. Love any referrals if you got them, kind of thing. So that's how I usually let them go. And after I've touched them enough, and then after that, guess what? 3-4 months later, I'll still reach back out. So.
Absolutely love that. Asking for referrals. That's freaking huge. It's something that people don't do, and it's one of the biggest generators of sales for me is asking for referrals. So I'm getting ready. I'm started writing today. I spent a lot of today writing a multi-touch email campaign for all of my people I have an email. So some of you may receive an email from me tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, but I'm writing a multi-touch, and one of the touches that I have in there is like, hey, this might not be for you, or this, this opportunity might not be for you, but certainly you have to know somebody who can use more money, or use, you can use CBD to help them in XYZ, whatever. Who is it? If you can give me that referral, please. Like, I'm going to be asking for referrals with my email campaign as well. But yeah, always, if somebody says, no, this is not for me, who do you know that it is for? Who can use extra money? Who can use the CBD to help them with whatever, right? Anything else, Keith?
Nope, that's it.
Any questions? Anything you can use help on?
Yeah, I mean, I've been hitting you on questions along the way. So my biggest challenge, as you know, is getting them engaged and then getting them to the executive, right? So instead of just kind of tire kicking and so forth, to get that a more qualified, warmer lead, Yeah. So that's my challenge.
And you said one thing that you did say is that getting them to become executive. The reason why the majority of people, I would say over 90% of people that we've signed up are executive, is because that's all we talk about. We only talk executive, and the only time we talk director or anything else is when it's just like, it cannot work in any way, shape, or form. They want to sign up and they just don't have the money. And I'm like, okay, do this. This is what you have to do to get to the next step. But you only talk executive. And so you're talking here. And if you have to downsell, you downsell. If you have to downsell further, you downsell. But we don't want to walk away with nothing. Let's try to get this. And if we have to get this, we can get this. And then we just try to give them the tools, give them the same things that we received as we joined, to help them be successful. Because ultimately, wouldn't it be cool if somebody came in as a builder and is hitting 25K and 50K, a couple months later? That'd be pretty cool, right? And satisfying. Yeah. So there's actually a person who's been in my daily choice now for 15 months. She came on when HempWorks first started, their first month, and she came in as a builder. You heard her at convention. She went up there and spoke, and she came in at $100. And she's making over $150,000 a month. 15 months later, she was literally a rags to riches story. She's on Jenna's Escape Your Matrix Facebook. It was one of the weeks where she did the 13-week videos. She was the first week, and she literally she went all in. Her last $100 that she had to her name, and turned it into that, and she's now living very well. So, all right, I'm going to meet you, Keith. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. Who do we have? Birch. Which Birch is it?
It's Ashley.
How are you? Well, it said Ashley earlier.
Yeah, I was trying to log in on my phone, but it's going kaput, so I can hear anything or see anything, so I got on Samson's. Gotcha.
And so you just came on, right?
I was a little late. I think it's been a while. Probably about 6:40.
No. I'm saying you just became an affiliate.
Oh, yeah.
Not today. Not on the call. I'm saying you just came on as an affiliate.
Yeah, it's only been, well, I guess it's been 2 weeks now.
Okay. And have you gone through the trainings?
Yes.
Good. Do you have anything to add, any kind of success, anything that you've seen, things that you could do better, questions that you have, anything I can help you with?
Success-wise, I've been posting videos just of why I'm using it. And I started out with more of a, hey, I've got this, I'm going to try it, stay along for the journey. And this week I've actually done more of the, hey, this is how you can get it side of it. And I feel like I got a lot more people interested going that way than just saying, hey, I got this stuff, you want to try it? Because they were already they felt like part of the story.
Right.
Now.
Make it about them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, as far as that goes, I've got a lot of people that they're just like, hey, can you order this for me? And so, because it's right now, it's more of a family, friends type thing.
Yeah, there's people that that's a large part of their business is they literally have people calling them and they say, okay, and they'll go through and they're just adding all their information in the site. They're doing everything for them and getting them signed up, getting them product to them. You don't want to order it under you. You have to say that to them, you need to set up an account. If you don't want to do it, I can walk you through it. I could do it for you. I could take your credit card and type it all in and all that stuff while we're on the phone, or I can show you what to do and have you walk you through it.
Right.
So that is an option. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if it's just the customer just wants to buy a bottle, it's still business volume. It's still money. And you know what? Those customers a lot of times end up turning into affiliates later. End up actually selling the product. So,
right.
So yeah, bring on any of those people. Anything else?
You know, I think because I am just now going to the selling side of it this week, I haven't come across too many questions yet. And when I do, I just go to the other pages and see if I can find somebody who had the same one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you just brought that up because I didn't mention that at all this week. But look, guys, go on to your My Daily Choice page, go to the leaderboard, see who's at the top, and follow those people on Facebook and see what they're doing and do what they're doing. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Like, see what kind of posts they're putting out there. See what they're talking about in their Facebook lives and do the same things over and over. They became successful. You're going to be successful doing the same thing. Okay?
Right.
So, anything else, Ashley?
That's it.
Okay, good. Well, good luck with everything.
Actually,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I do have a random question. It is about the CBD oil, but has anybody accidentally got it on their clothes?
I have.
How do you get it out?
I just throw it in a washing machine and I guess it comes out. Why is it not?
Okay. Well, I just dripped it all over myself a second ago. And it's a white shirt and it's like a big oily looking spot, so I didn't know if it would come out.
I have gotten it on my clothes before and didn't even think twice about it. When I throw it in a laundry basket and it comes back out the other end, it didn't have a spot on it anymore.
Okay.
So I didn't.
Sorry, that's not along the right lines, but.
Oh, good. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. All right, guys, we're coming up on the last minute. I want to go ahead and close this out. Hope that this added some value for you guys. We've got it recorded. I'm going to put it on our Facebook page and the units. I'll probably have it up there either tonight or tomorrow. In 30 minutes from now, we're going to be going live. Christy and I are going to be on Facebook Live. We're going to be doing a live. We're probably going to, I'm not even sure what we're going to direct it on, but I'm going to change it. Probably going to do something more real estate related and then twist it into the CBD once we get some people on the call. But as you start seeing it go to the CBD, start tagging people, getting people on the call. Think of anybody that you've been talking to and as, you know, just tag them on there. If you have to make sure it highlights their name. If the name doesn't highlight, it's not tagging them. I've seen people where they put the @ symbol and then put their name, then sometimes it does it that way. Or if you just put it on there, it puts their name. It should put their name. If you're friends with them, it should highlight their name. But just do whatever you got to do to get people on the call, and hopefully, and I'm going to mention on there, hey, if somebody invited you, whoever invited you to this call, reach out to them. Okay. So Zach, I want to hear some stories about Snapchat here soon. So start killing it on Snapchat and get some business, so you can start teaching us how to do it. Teaching us older folks how to do that Snapchat stuff. All right, guys, if you come on the live, I'll see you in a little bit. Otherwise, have a great rest of the night, and we'll talk soon.